Alright guys, welcome back to another video here. Thought I should give you a little update on how the ownership of the, well, Norway's cheapest NG9-5 has held up, and what I've done with it to make it, well, hold up. There's a couple of things I have to do with it, of course. It's a cheap car, so of course you have to expect something. First of all, the most important bit, I had to replace the O-ring in the oil pan for the oil pickup, because that was rotten. That was stone hard. That just broke when I disassembled it, so I struggled with low oil pressure when it was cold, so I replaced that, and now everything is up and running. I replaced it, of course, with the OEM part. I had to replace the boost control solenoid because I was not getting any turbo pressure, and I had to replace the winter tires because those were all, if you can remember my video, I absolutely hate those tires. I actually drilled holes in them and, well, threw them away because nobody's getting allowed to drive on those tires, that's for sure. So I threw on some Hankooks on my car. These are Hankook's Winter Pike RS2s. These are decent tires, not as good as the Goodyears I had on my 9.3, but definitely a step up from the China tires that was on it before. Other than that, I mean, it's been running fine. There is, of course, some issues popping up now when I've owned it and driving on salted roads. Yeah, you know what I'm getting to. Rust is going to show. This car has been driving most of its life in northern Norway, and they don't salt the roads there because it's too cold. It's really cold here now, but they still try, so you can see all the salty snow gathering up in the arches here. The worst parts of the car, what I will say, is definitely the roof, right here. And there's another spot right there, and also there's a big spot right there. Those are starting to show really bad. I do have new paint, touch-up paint. I did buy GM or original paint from the dealer because they still make it, so that's nice. Also, wheel arch back here. That's starting to show. There is some tiny showing down there, but that's not the big issue. Just on the edge. On the rear, it is actually mostly this here, which hasn't gotten any worse, but it's still there. I have to fix it. And there's some up here. Thankfully, this hatch, I don't know what the metal is made of, but the learner's tag, you know, the metal or the magnetic tag you put on the car for learner driving and stuff, that does not stick to that hatch. So I don't know what's made of, because it will stick to the quarter panel but not in the hatch. So I don't know if it's the semi, if the part aluminum, part metal, I don't know, part steel, I don't know. On this side there's a little spot right there. Also the bumper here for some reason does not match up properly, so I don't know what happened there. Probably just it needs to be fastened here. I can see it's missing a screw here. There's some starting to rust here. That was like that when I bought the car. So, but of course I have to fix that. The reason you see rust there is because that quarter panel has in the past been fixed due to the damage. So it has been redone at some point. That's interesting coloring on the black here. Yeah, probably just a polish, and that will go away. You can see it's rubbing off my gloves here. Interesting. And other than that, cosmetically hasn't changed. It's the exact same car. I haven't done anything to it because it's been too cold to do any detailing work on it. Yeah, but it's been running fine. It has a slight clunk in the rear on the passenger side, which I suspect to be a shock absorber or shock mount in the top. But I haven't done anything with it because the car still drives fine. It's just on really bumpy roads, so you can hear it. Other than that, the car has of course been used, so it's a bit dirtier now than it was when I picked it up. But still runs fine. It now has done 309,008 kilometers. Yeah, just past 309,000. So I have been driving it, that's for sure. But I can't wait to get this car detailed, because you can see, especially in the door, you can in the handle here, you can definitely see there's a lot of like fingernail scratches in here. And the paint itself in general is not very good. I know there's a spot on the hatch. So, well, the whole hatch actually generally has to be redone. So yeah, parking sensors has been acting up when the car is cold, but they come back around when it's a little bit warmer in the climate. I don't know if it's ice or something. And the service column lock appears sometimes. Usually it appears more than one time at a single day, but it will disappear and come back after a while. I don't know what that's about. It's probably a steering column lock issue like the 9.3 had. Yeah, other than that, I mean, it's been holding up fine for the price I paid for this car. I really can't complain. It's a night and day difference from the old diesel 9.3 2009 model year I had before. This just seems better built. It's a way better driving car on the road. It feels way better to drive. And I mean, I can't really complain. It's also cheaper to insure than the old 9.3, because I believe it's because these are fewer of them on the road, and the statistics hasn't really, 9.3s are so cheap that people buy them and they crash them, and the statistics read that, oh, okay, people buy these and crash them, the prices go up. But there's so few of them, so I don't know how many of these were built. Was it around 11,000 in total? Something like that. I don't know. I can't really remember, but not very many. You don't see that many of these here in Norway anymore. I know there is a local where I live that has a black one with a broken light bar. I believe that's also diesel. I haven't really been able to talk to that guy, because I've seen his car outside the store, or the convenience store I purchased stuff from and stuff like that. And I've never been able to meet him or meet up with him or find out who owns that car. Because I would want to learn the story why you have that car. I want to learn why people still drive these, and I know why I drive one. I like it. It's a nice car to drive. But it can be difficult to own in terms of parts, diagnostics, stuff like that, for a normal person, But for me, as an enthusiast, it's no issue. I have my connections. Also, the forums here in Norway are really helpful when you want to get stuff for your Saab. Either if it's this car or 900 in there or something like that, they will help you either find parts or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, overall, I'm really happy with the car. Good driving car. I can't wait to put on summer tires. These are really good to drive on, way better than the old China tires. Considering noise and everything, traction, everything, these just hold up. After I posted the video, of this car when I got the car, I got some messages that the tires looked fine, and yeah, they looked fine. But let me tell you this much: when this first snowstorm came, there was no way those tires were gonna hold up. It was feeling like driving on worn-out, studless, like whole season tires. I don't know. They were so bad. They did not grip for nothing. So I've had these on order, but due to the postal office that sends these tires, which is a Swedish postal office that has also a company in Norway under the same name. I won't name the company, but it starts with N, and it's rubbish. It has a logo that's blue. They messed around, and they actually managed to lose all 4 tires for some reason. And they had to find them again, and it took 2 weeks for them to find them. It's amazing how bad that was. So it took from, I mean, DHL was the one that actually sent the tires first, but they don't send in Norway. They just send it to another one that receives them and then resends them to us. And that's where it stopped. DHL was really quick, 2 days or something from Finland to Norway, but that's where it stopped. So I don't know, bullshit, that's for sure. But yeah, I put on these tires after ripping off those China tires, and holy crap, these things grip up. And also thanks to the car, it's such a new car, so it has ESP, so it actually, when one tire loses traction, it will actually apply the brake to that tire. It's kind of like a LSD, not really, but it's close. So if, let's say, this tire is spinning, the other one will get traction. The other one will get all the power, or more of the power, because the car senses senses slip on one tire, so it applies the brake on that one tire. And that have really saved this car. Did not help with the old tires. The car would just spin and spin and spin. And this car is a heavy car, so it pushes down on those tires really good. But really good. There we go. Not goodly. But no chance. But putting on these, the ESP system can do its job, and actually no problems at all getting anywhere with these tires, even on ice. These things just grip up. And I suspect the weight of the car has something to do with that also. But as I said, my old Goodyears has more studs and has a different thread pattern. It's a more of a this is a very aggressive pattern with a lot of big open slots here, which is probably good for an SUV or something. But I believe for a passenger car like this, I don't know if that's a good thing. The Goodyears is a bit more dense, and there is more sipes in it, so I believe that's why they also feel better to drive. But I don't know, for the price, I mean, I can't really complain. These are really good. So yeah, I mean, overall, good car. Definitely gonna keep it, that's for sure. Of course, have to fix those rust issues. Those are actually the biggest issue. Other than that, it runs fine. I have to get some new under trays on the car, because when I was doing this up, I found out somebody has broken up the old one, so there's nothing under the engine. So have to fix that. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content and more on this car, that's for sure. And see you guys next time.